Welcome back to more Spellcasting 101! Alright. We are in the forest. We are making our way through the island of lost souls. Casting Kabul left and right. We've done the meadow, the living room, the west of the house, the forest, the kitchen. Still have some other places. Let's try southwest. That's the meadow. Down by the riverside, motherfucker. The forest, which can be entered to the north or northwest, ends here. It's a wide clearing. A small stream spills through the center of the clearing. A wooden structure spans the stream. A pronoun stands atop the structure. At one end of the clearing is a beachy spot of granular soil where the stream can be crossed. At the other end of the clearing is another spot, a beachy spot. At the other end of the clearing is another spot where the stream can be crossed. The spot is surrounded by steep rock walls. Apparently, someone has been fishing here. By the side of the stream bed are a fishing pole and a fish hook. The hook ends in a sharp point, which is intended to keep it stuck in a fish's mouth. No shit. So fishing pole, another word for fishing pole can be rod, which is also a common American name, or European, I guess, Rod Stewart. The pole takes on the form of an extraordinarily thin fellow. You're tackling a real tough problem, buddy. We'll be waiting with bated breath to see if you can pull it off. I wish I could stay and watch. Just for the halibut. Halibut, the fish, halibut. Got it, guys? You get it? But I got a splitting haddock. Haddock is also a fish. Wow. Alright. The point of a hook can also be called a barb, so the fishing hook point. Barb, I guess, short for Barbie. And it completely skipped all the text. You make quite a catch, eh? She hooks an arm around your neck and pulls your mouth against hers. At the conclusion of the kiss, she withdraws, leaving only the sound of an organ playing a musical recessional. And the graduation and congratulation nymph appears. We've graduated to level 4 sorcerer. Sweet. Alright, so we've met freed rod and barb. Let's see. There's a stream. Another name for a stream is brook. Brook is also a somewhat popular name. The stream dries up, and so does your throat when you notice the stunning blonde walk towards you. Gosh, what a great magician. Thanks, neat spell, huh? What you signed? Do you like sushi? Oh gosh, there I go. Saying every little thing that comes into my mind. No wonder they call me Babbling Brook. She splashes a wet kiss across your mouth before flowing away. Let's get another description here. A pronoun stands atop a structure. At one end of the clearing is a beachy spot of granular soil. That's sand. Where the dried up stream bed can be crossed. That's a ford. So Sanford would be a name. At the other end of the clearing is another spot where the dried up stream bed can be crossed. This spot is surrounded by steep rock walls. That's a cliff. That's a Clifford. So we got Stanford and Clifford. That's Stanford. Sanford. A perfectly tanned Adonis strides toward you, flips his shades back onto his forehead, and gives you a high five. Like, way to go, dude. He squints at the sun. Gotta go catch some rays, man. See ya. You also have a Clifford. A towering man with a stony expression grasps your hand with a crushing grip. Before your fingers have finished throbbing, the man is gone. Well, at least it's just your fingers throbbing. A pronoun stands atop a structure. A wooden structure spans a dried up stream bed. That's a bridge. The pronoun is it. Pronoun stands atop a structure. It would be the pronoun. It stands atop a structure. So bridge plus it equals Bridget. Did I figure that out myself? Fuck no! Some of these were just too canny for me. Wait, I don't fucking know. Anyways, they're just too esoteric. The wooden structure collapses, and from the wreckage leaps the pronoun, no longer an it, but instead a very definite. She, a saucy young brunette with a turned-up nose and a barrette set up at a rakish angle. "Oh la la," she says. "So powerful, with magic and yet so handsome." She spends a few moments proving just how handsome she thinks you are. "Adieu," she cries wistfully over her shoulder. Ernie gets a lot of play. I mean, dude's like a freshman. He's already banged Hillary, some drunk chick, Gretchen. This is back in the day, though. All right. The Riverside, I believe, is done. We got Rod, Barb, Clifford, Sanford, Bridget, and Brooke. Let's see where else we can go. Meadow, forest. The Cellar. Holy shit, what the fuck? And outside is beheld by those who venture into the basement of the White House. A convention of E's, yes, letter E, from all over the world have gathered here for the event. Beyond the milling E's, you can make out openings leading east and south. One of the letters, larger than the rest, forms a large curve across the room, like some improbable stone rainbow. One of the letters is made of a tough, unyielding substance. One of the letters is dressed like a real tramp. You've never been particularly into alphabetic sex, but male letters probably find her irresistible. You notice her winking at you. One of the letters is covered with a thin layer of powdery debris. One of the letters is chattering on the phone, and Thelma told me that Felicia and Umberto are breaking up. Have you heard that the Iron Rods are enlarging their family room? Oh, I gotta go. I told Eunice I'd give her a call. One of the letters is buried in the sports section, mumbling, "Nice point spread. Good odds. Unlucky Warlock in the third race. I wonder if I can get a game of craps going on around here." One of the letters sports a border of fine white tattering. One of the letters approaches you. "Wanna buy Bumflin Bridge real cheap? Can I interest you in some swampland in Flumada?" Is that Flumunda? Like Flumunda cheese? Flumada cheese? One of the letters is made of a shiny yellow metal. And one of the letters is wandering around the room mumbling, "Where am I? Who am I? Who hit me?" Alright, so this one is interesting. This, the E-Cellar. This is basically all names that end in E, but phonetically E or pronunciation-wise E, not necessarily the letter E. So, we have shiny yellow metal. That's gold. So we can go with Goldie. The gleaming letter becomes an almost unbearable cute blonde woman wearing one of the miniest miniskirts you've ever seen. With an irresistible giggle, she leaps into your arms, showers you with her lips and kisses, including one last long goodbye kiss. An encouragement nymph appears an inch in front of your nose. You're going great, Ernie. Halfway there. Keep up the good work. Flashing a mischievous grin, the nymph fades. So I guess that was 40 of the 80. Alright, letters made from a tough, unyielding substance. Ends with an E. Hard, hardy, tough, hard, hardy, could be one. One of the letters is dressed like a real tramp. It's probably Lucy. L-U-C-Y. One of the letters is covered with a thin layer of powdery debris. That's probably Dusty. And one of the letters is chattering on the phone. Gabby. Gabbing a lot. That's Gabby. One of the letters is buried in sports section, mumbling nice point spread. Sporty? No. They're betting, so that's Betty. She's betting a lot. One of the letters sports a border of fine white tatting. Lacey. And one of the letters approaches you. Want to buy something? Bumflin Bridge real cheap? Sounds like a con artist. That's probably Connie. Or maybe Archie? Somebody's lost. One of the letters is wandering around the room mumbling, where am I, who am I, and who hit me? That's because he's in a daze. That's Daisy. So let's start racking through these. We got Gabby. The chattering letter fills out to a more womanly form, but otherwise remains unchanged. And then Beatrice saw them at the drive. Have you seen the dresses she wears? Oops, time for my soaps. Bye, Edna. Connie the con artist. Amongst the Milanese, you spot a woman of statuesque beauty. Her eyes lock, and she seems to float across the room and into your arms. Hello, stranger, she whispers in a sultry voice. Where have you been hiding? She begins nibbling at your face, then stops suddenly and cries, What, no wallet? She withdraws her hand from the pocket of your cloak, whirls and strides arrogantly away. Yeah, she's a bitch. We also got Lucy. Whoa! She begins rubbing against you, and not in an unpleasant way. Come on, you big hunk. What are you standing around for? I like my men horizontal. She begins loosening your cloak. Of course, you'll have to wait in line behind Max and Sam, George, Sid, and Jeff, and Ralph, and not having all that much time, you reluctantly decline. Lucy gives your buns a final squeeze and wiggles up the stairs. I wonder what all this says in nice mode. It's probably much nicer. I also had Lacey. The fringe letter dissolves into the form of an elderly, dignified matron. She curtsies to you and creaks her way up the stairs. We did Goldie. We got to do... I think we did Daisy too, right? Nope, not yet. The Daisy blossoms into an adorable little girl. She has flowers with white petals and yellow centers tucked into her braided hair, looking up at you with eyes so wide they practically span her entire face. She gives your leg an affectionate hug and then climbs out of the cellar. We have Hardy. The tough-looking letter changes into an equally tough-looking man. He wears a sleeveless t-shirt and has several tattoos on each arm. He takes your hand and proceeds to crush the life out of it, laughing as you sink to the floor in pain. Look at this, he yells, releasing your hand and pounding his stomach. Like a rock. Go ahead, give me your best shot. You decline and Hardy departs, probably in search of a six-pack. The kind that the game hoarder's into. The good kind. 15% kind. Okay, who's next? We also had some dusty shit going on there. The dusty letter transformed into a rambunctious-looking lad, his face smudged with dirt. He runs about the room like a whirlwind, giving off puffs of dust with every step. Thankfully, after a minute, the whirlwind rebounds up and away. And then we had the gambler. The wagering letter winks out of being and is replaced by a vivacious redhead with dancing brown eyes. Coming up behind you, she slips an arm around your chesticle and starts licking your ear, whispering, "I'll bet you're a shark in the bed, hustler." She glances at her watch. "Oops, got a conference call in 3 minutes. Don't wait up." So let's see what we have left here. An outside is beheld by all those who venture into the basement of the White House. And convention, okay. One of the letters larger than the rest forms a large curve across the room. A curve, an arch. That's all that's left. Not arch, but Archie. The curved stone letter becomes a man whose only similarity is his large curved belly.
"It's about time, meathead! You think it's fun being a lost soul? Just wait till I get my hands on the dingbats responsible."
He paddles up the stairs like a fat fuck. Alright, we're down here in the cellar. We head east and all of a sudden we're at the British Isles. This room is arranged into a neat rows of English memorabilia. There are egresses to the west and southwest. A nobleman wearing a powdered wig prances effeminately about a nearby aisles. In one of the aisles are 2 toilet bowls, sitting rim to rim like a pair of Siamese twins. Alright, so, a nobleman wearing a powder wig prances effeminately. He's gay, obviously. He's also a judgy type, so his name is probably Gaylord, which is a very popular British name, because there's a lot of Gaylords in Britain. 2 toilet bowls sitting rim to rim like a pair of Siamese twins. Well, a toilet could be called a loo. And if there's 2 of them, it could be called a Lulu. Lulu is a pretty popular name in the strip club. So it could very well be a Lulu. Also, I think that's the bitch's name in Fifth Element. We also have... what else do we have? Oh. One toilet is clogged with a giant blob of wax. Ew, that's gross. As though to prevent it from being open, like it's sealed shut. So the loo is sealed, or it could be Lucille. You also see a police officer with a truck here. They call police officers over in the east side of the world. Are we west side? I don't know. Fuck it anyways. They call them bobbies over in Europe, so we probably have a bobby in the house. What else do we have? Nobleman, a police officer in a truck. Okay. Don't know that one. Don't remember that one. I'm gonna have to look that up. I was doing good up until now. Alright, so anyways, Gaylord. No, I had to look this one up originally. No idea. I had to think, yeah, this was made back in the day when it's alright to say powdered wig pricks that prance around effeminately are gay. Gaylord. The man no longer garbed as a nobleman seems to notice you for the first time. Oh, it's just so nice to have my little soul back again. Aren't you precious? And handsome too. Oh, but you're straight, of course. All good men are. He skips off. Toodaloo. See? Total fag stereotype. Boom. It's the way it should be. Get the fuck over it. Alright, what else do we have? Oh, shit. Yep. Yep. I missed some names. I just realized. Alright, anyways, British Isles. We had the Lulu. The two Lulus become one woman. In fact, one Lulu of a woman. She's wearing a tight sweater and a leather mini skirt, and her blonde hair is no less attractive for being unnatural. She slinks up to you, insinuating her bare thigh between your legs. Well, that's just about the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me, Ducky. As her tongue slips into your mouth and her hand slips into your cloak, your mind slips into neutral. Until Lulu slips out, saying, "Let me slip into something more comfortable." You know, where are my picks at? Okay, keeping it naughty. I need more picks, though. I want to see what these chicks look like in the picks. Disappointing my fans. We also have the sealed Lou, or Lucille. Whoa, that's not how you spell that. The blob of wax vanishes. An ordinary woman appears. Thanks for saving me. Unfortunately, I have the most boring Kabul text in my entire game. Sorry. She leaves. We have the policeman. Bobby. The policeman uniforms fade, and his club drops to the ground as he moves for the first time. Thanks for the help, mate. Now let's move along. We don't want to have any trouble, do we? He strolls out of sight down the aisle. Let's see what else we have going on here. Oh, policeman's club. Club, another name for that is the Billy in a truck. Also known as a carriage, or also known as a lorry. Had to look up that lorry one. Had no fucking idea. The truck dissolves as a huge woman steps out of the cab. Huge she is in all three dimensions and smelling vaguely of diesel fuel.
Sorry, bub, but I got a bad cold and I gotta be in Liverpool by sundown, so adios.
Last but not least. How am I ever stiff, complains the tall, thin man standing where the Billy Club was last seen. And thanks, governor. He walks off. Jolly good show. Alright, yeah. Anyways, where the frick else can we go? Look at all this shit we have. British Isles. The room is stuffed with a plethora of British curios and memorabilia. I just saved. First line, fifth line. To my beloved gardener, I leave my sweet potato. Oh, that's right. From my will. This is the will. Alright, so beloved son, I leave my ship's steering wheel. All these names start with Will. Fifth letter of the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E. Willie, that's Willie. The ship's steering wheel, that's the helm of the boat or the helm of the ship. So that's Wilhelm. Willie and Wilhelm. To my beloved mother, I leave herself. That's Ma. So that's probably Wilma. And I leave my clinging seed pod. Oh shit. I don't know. I have to look that one up. It's my sweet potato. And my 2,000 pound weight. Well, that's probably a ton. So Wilton. And finally my stuffed moose. I leave my small ground Wilpie. I leave my small, round green vegetable. That's Pierre. Have you seen Kermit? See, there's a name. We haven't used Kermit yet. So what you're supposed to do is if you wander around the island, and she hasn't been showing up because we've been going into each room and answering them correctly. But if you wander around and don't do anything in the rooms, which you're not going to do when you first go through this section because you're not going to just get all these, she will fly around and spit out these random names. So you basically write them down on a piece of paper, and then put two and two together as you think of the descriptions of these different texts. It at least gives you, you know, connect the name to the description. So it's not as hard as it would first seem. If she didn't fly around and give any names whatsoever, fuck me running. But we haven't used Kermit yet, so write Kermit down. We're going to use that later. That's not in this room. We're worried about the British Isles. I think we've done them all, though. We got to figure out this will. So far we've figured out Wilton. And we have the will with us, which is why this is working. A man leaps from the pages of the legal document. I'll dearly miss all cricky bones, and I'll cherish his ton. So that was the 2,000-pound bastard. We had the mother line. Wilma. A woman leaps from the pages of the legal document. I'll dearly miss Sonny, and I'll cherish his dear old mom. We had the ship reference. Helm of the ship. I'll dearly miss Papa, and I'll cherish his helm. And then we have Willie. Fifth letter of the alphabet. I'll dearly miss Uncle, and I'll cherish his E. Letter E. I leave my clinging seed pod. Well, it turns out that's a burr. Had to look that one up. And my sweet potato. That somehow is William, I think. I was thinking Will.I.am. Oh, yam. I am. Yam. Yam. Sweet potato. That's gotta be it. Fuck me. I'll daily miss the boss, and I will cherish his yummy yam. Yep. That's right. The yummy yam. And then we also had Wilbur. Wilbur? Come on, that's from Charlotte's Web. Anyone could guess that. I'll dearly miss Grandpappy, and I will cherish his burr. Wilbur. Alright, but remember the money we also took. And the fact that we have the legal statement with us. A legal statement that's also a will. A sobbing man steps forth from the will. I'm sorry, I always cry at funerals and soul restorations. Still weeping, he slowly departs. We also have a cent, also known as a penny. Seemingly from nowhere, there appears a pert little woman with coppery hair. A lost soul saved is a lost soul earned, she says, giving you a sweet little peck on the cheek and a blowjob before scooting out. We also got a dollar, also known as a buck. In the wink of an eye, the dollar becomes a huge stud of a man. He tosses his head proudly, nods gratefully in your direction, then snorts and gallops away. We also had some gems or some jewelry, or jewels is another name. Can be spelled many ways. This is common. An obese but natty man is suddenly standing in front of you. His teeth glint with gold fillings, and every finger he has on enormous bejeweled rings.
Good job, lad. I'll have my accountant wire you out a check for an appropriate amount. In the meantime, where's that chauffeur of mine?
He waddles out. Alright, and that catches up with us with quite a lot of names. Oh, how many more do we need? I believe we have only one last place to find. Attic, kitchen, living room, cellar, sound studio. God damn, can we go back to the picture? I'm just trying. Whoa, okay. This is a totally featureless room with doorways leading north and northeast. A cacophony of sounds fill the air. A device for recording this symphony of silly sounds is suspended by a wire in the center of the studio. Across the room is a giant vacuum tube, of the sort that always produces a low vibrating tone, but this tube is strangely silent. Interesting. A group of voices have joined together in a joyous Christmas song. A raucous, unruly sound, like a cross between a giant radio and a truck horn, threatened to make your ears bleed. A warm, wet breeze, like a giant exhaling, carries a long moan of weariness and relief. The soft neighing of a horse can be heard during the quieter moments. A tuneful song without accompaniment floats through the air. Welcome to the sound studio. So just think of sound songs, or sound, not sound songs, sounds and songs and music, shit that relates to names. Like Christmas carols. The voices merge into one and take the form of a curvaceous woman. Or, I mean, hey, we'll take multiple curvaceous women anytime. In a tight-fitted green and red sweater. She produces a sprig of mistletoe. Ooh, I like where this is going. Holds it over you and then presses her full, moist lips against yours. Just as you begin getting really erected, she pulls apart and prances away. Oh, what a fucking bitch. She gave me the blue balls. All right. If you give guys blue balls, you suck. Other music things. Microphones or mic. Instead of recording device, a plump, greasy man now hangs from the wire. He leaps clumsily to the ground and pumps your hand.
Bofo session, love it. Let's do lunch. Gotta run. I'm doing a meeting with some of the boys from corporate.
He waddles away. Melody, another music name. The tune continues, but now it not comes from the thin air, but from the very lovely mouth of an equally lovely woman. Singing sweet nothings in your ear, she hugs you tenderly and then is borne away on the wings of a song. Noel? You find yourself with an armful of woman. The sort of woman that only poets dream of. Slipping a tawny arm around your neck, she whispers, "It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm much obliged for helping restore our source. Someday I will repay your kindness." She slides down your torso to the ground with interest. Okay, pretty sure she was Oriental. Or Asian, or whatever the fuck we're calling it nowadays. She was from the Orient, goddammit. Alright, what else is music related? I don't know. We're gonna have to look these up. Actually, one is Psy. Shout out to Psy Art. The Psy, S-I-G-H, fades away from you as you notice for the first time a not man with a deeply lined face and tired eyes. "Oh well," he whispers, "just getting used to being a sound. I suppose I'd better be moving along now." He shuffles warily away. Another one I would have never guessed is Blair. The noise dies down, but when the little girl that appeared in the place begins shouting, you start longing for the Blair.
"Mommy!" she shrieks. "I want my mommy!"
Blair gives you a sharp kick in the dick and runs away, screaming at just under ultrasonic levels, which the game hoarder will not try to replicate. Last but not least, we have Humphrey. The vacuum tube releases its pent-up humming and a giant explosion of glass and metal. Humphrey strides forth from the wreckage, claps you on the back, skips away while whistling, not humming, a merry tune. Alright folks, that wraps it up. We have, I think, one more place to go. But we're out of time for this episode. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon with more spellcasting and the moon.